Welcome to my channel. Do you want to learn English in a fun and easy way without memorizing difficult grammar rules? What if I tell you that simple short stories can help you understand, speak, and remember English faster? Stay with me till the end, because today I will show you a powerful method that can change your English learning journey. Chapter 1: Why Short Stories Are Powerful for Learning English. When you learn English through short stories, something amazing happens. You don't feel like you are studying. You feel like you are enjoying. And this is the secret of fast learning. Let me explain this in a very simple way. When you read a story, your brain does not focus only on words, it focuses on meaning. It follows the beginning, the middle, and the ending. Because of this, you understand sentences naturally. You don't need to translate every word. You start thinking in English slowly. Many students try to learn English by memorizing long vocabulary lists and difficult grammar rules. But after some time, they forget everything. Why? Because there is no context. There is no story. But when you learn through stories, every word has a meaning, a feeling, and a situation. This makes it easier to remember. Here is something very powerful. When you read or listen to short stories, you are learning grammar without studying grammar. Yes, you heard it right. Your brain starts noticing patterns of sentences again and again. And slowly, you begin to use them naturally. Stories also improve your imagination. When you imagine the story, you stay interested. And when you are interested, you don't feel bored. This helps you stay consistent, which is the most important part of learning English. Another big benefit is that stories improve both your reading and listening skills. If you read and listen to the same story, your understanding becomes stronger. You start recognizing words faster, and your confidence grows. But here is the truth. Many learners read stories in the wrong way. They read very fast, or they try to understand every single word, and then they feel tired and stop learning. So, now the question is, what is the right way to learn English through short stories so you can actually improve faster? That is exactly what I will show you in the next chapter. Chapter 2: The Right Way to Learn English Through Short Stories, Step-by-Step Method. Now, let's talk about the most important part and the right way to learn English through short stories. Because if you just read stories like a normal reader, you will enjoy, but you will not improve much. You need a simple method. Step 1: Choose a short and easy story. This is very important. Don't pick long or difficult stories. If the story is too hard, you will feel confused and lose interest. Always start with simple stories that you can understand a little. Step 2: Read or listen to the story once without stopping. Don't use a dictionary, don't translate, just try to understand the main idea. Maybe you understand only 20% or 30%, and that's okay. Your brain is learning. Step 3: Now read the same story again, but this time slowly. Try to understand each sentence. If you don't understand a word, don't panic. Guess the meaning from the sentence. This builds real understanding. Step 4: Write down 3 to 5 new words. Not too many. If you try to learn too many words, you will forget them. Learn a few words and try to use them in your own sentences. Step 5: Read the story aloud. This is very powerful. When you speak the sentences, your pronunciation improves and your confidence grows. Try to copy the sound and rhythm. Step 6: Now try to retell the story in your own words. Keep it simple. Even broken English is okay. Speaking is more important than being perfect. Now listen carefully. Repetition is the key. Reading one story 3 times is much better than reading 3 different stories one time. Each time you read, your understanding becomes deeper. Many learners make a big mistake. They read passively. They just read and move on. But you have to be active. You have to think, speak, and practice. If you follow this method daily, even for 10 to 15 minutes, you will start seeing real improvement in a few weeks. But wait, there is one more important thing. Not every story is good for beginners. The type of story you choose can make a big difference. So now the question is, what kind of short stories should you use to learn faster and easier? Let's find out in the next chapter. Chapter 3. What type of short stories you should use? Best stories for beginners. Now, let's talk about something very important: the type of short stories you choose. Because not every story will help you learn English. In fact, if you choose the wrong stories, you can feel confused, tired, and even lose confidence. So, what kind of stories should you use? First, always start with very simple and short stories. This is the most important rule. If you are a beginner, don't try to read long or difficult stories. Your goal is not to struggle, your goal is to understand. When you understand, you feel happy, and when you feel happy, you learn faster. One of the best types of stories for beginners is moral stories. These stories are short, simple, and have a clear message. Because they are easy to understand, your brain remembers them quickly. And when you remember the story, you also remember the words and sentences. Second, use daily life stories. Stories about simple situations like going to school, talking to a friend, or visiting a market. These stories teach you real life English that you can use in your daily conversations. Third, try to listen to audio stories as well. When you listen and read at the same time, your listening and reading skills improve together. You start recognizing words faster, and your pronunciation also becomes better. Now, here is a common mistake. Many learners start watching or reading difficult stories too early. They think it will make them learn faster, but the truth is, it only creates confusion. When you don't understand, you lose motivation and stop learning. Always remember this: you don't need difficult stories, you need the right level. Simple stories give you confidence, and confidence helps you grow. And here is something very powerful: repetition. Don't change stories every day. Read the same story again and again. One short story repeated 3 times can teach you more than 5 new stories. Each time you repeat, you understand more deeply. But now comes the most important part. Even if you choose the best stories and follow the best method, you will not improve if you are not consistent. So, how can you stay consistent and actually see real progress? That is exactly what we will talk about in the next chapter. Chapter 4: How to Stay Consistent and See Real Improvement. Now comes the most important part: consistency. Because you can know the best method, you can choose the best stories, but if you don't practice regularly, you will not see real improvement. Let me make it very simple for you. You don't need to study for hours. You just need 10 to 15 minutes every day. Yes, only a few minutes, but with full focus. Small daily effort is more powerful than big effort once in a week. Many learners start with a lot of motivation. They read many stories in one day, but after a few days, they stop. Why? Because they feel tired or they think they are not improving. This is a big mistake. Listen carefully. English is a skill, and every skill takes time. You cannot learn it in one day. You have to trust the process and move step by step. So, what should you do? Make a simple daily routine. Choose one short story. First, read or listen to it without stopping. Then, read it again slowly. Speak some sentences aloud. Learn a few new words. And finally, try to retell the story in your own words. That's it. Keep it simple and easy. And here is something very important. Don't look for big results quickly. Look for small improvements. Maybe today you understand a few sentences. Tomorrow, a little more. Next week, even more. This is real progress. And one day, something amazing will happen. You will read a story and you will understand almost everything without translating, without stress. And at that moment, your confidence will grow. You will realize, yes, I can learn English. So don't stop, don't rush. Just stay consistent and enjoy the journey. Remember, short stories are a powerful tool, but only if you use them daily and in the right way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Tell me what kind of stories you like and what problems you face in learning English. I read every comment, and I will help you. Keep learning, keep growing, and I will see you in the next video.